Case law. Waring versus the mayor of Savannah, Georgia, 60 at 93. People are supreme, not the state. The people of the state do not yield their sovereignty to the agencies which serve them. The people, in delegating authority, do not give their public servants the right to decide what is good for them to know and what is not good for them to know. The people insist on remaining informed so that they may retain control over the instruments they created. Added statutes, 1953, C, 1588, P, 3270, and 2071. Willful concealment and mutilation of public records. Nope, you can't apply for those records, Mr. Cantrell. We're not going to tell you who the other officer was. It'll be $100 up front before we give you anything. Are you kidding me? Did you really just say that to me? Oh. Department of Motor Vehicles is a private association. By joining the PMA, you have surrendered any state or God-given right to travel or use the public highway. This adhesion contract will be vigorously defended by police, courts. Thank you for your stepping outside the Supreme Court's ruling and sponsoring our enslavement scheme to travel safely. What a pile of shit. And if you don't enter that contract, they'll send their goons to beat you up and arrest you and plunder your vessel. I ain't wrong. That was their plan. They weren't going to notify me that they weren't going to honor my license signature the way it was. No notice given. Days away from having my license revoked. Right? So that these goons right here could come and sweep me off my feet and throw me in a dungeon, torture me, all at the behest of an organization called Department of Motor Vehicles, which we do not have to participate in, but everybody thinks they do. Oh no, you got to register your vehicle. No, you don't. That's how they get away with this shit. You're still the title holder, and they can't impound your vehicle without due process. Impoundment on the side of the road for a statute violates your 7th Amendment right. Right? But they force you into the license contract and take those rights away. See how these dirty, rotten bastards do this to you? Right? They got us all jammed up. You can't even go down the road without them throwing you on the ground. Oh, there's no tag on this. Yeah, you touch it and you're stealing it. It's a private conveyance. Should be able to just put private on it, drive it all around. It'd be a wise thing to have insurance, though. Right? That's all you should put on it. Insurance and a private tag, just drive it around. Yeah. And when they fall upon it and take it, it's felony theft. Arrest the shit out of them. That's when if that happened to you and you got a private tag, you'd call a sheriff and immediately arrest the guy for the town cop who enforces policy, codes, and statutes on fictitious people. Because if it was a real living person, which you are, they couldn't enforce those. Right?
Tamarack, all that, Jewel and Sequin, is there
That's how they operate. That's how things really work around here.
Wildwood, Landing Drive and Bath Road.
18 U.S. Code, 1651. Piracy under law of nations.
That's the last section.
Whoever, upon the high seas, commits a crime of piracy as defined by the law of nations. This is an international law. And yes, we're under water law, maritime admiralty law on the streets of this town. Right? I ain't in the military. Why does that even apply to my straw man? Because he's dead now. They drowned him in court and wouldn't produce the death certificate. They're all guilty of capital murder. They're all laughing and shaking their heads. That ain't right. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what's going on. Right? And is afterwards brought into or found in the United States shall be in prison for life. It is life in prison for impounding an automobile without going to court first. How many times has that happened on the roads of Brunswick? Right? Sticker laws and codes and all that shit. It don't matter. Right? Because we, the people, are living flesh and blood. One of the people, you say your oath to uphold our rights. And you use a fictitious, fraudulent straw man to violate our rights in a forced contract under duress over at DMV, right? You don't sign that contract, right, Mr. Cantrell, and we're going to void your license. I have my voided license with holes all punched in it that say the words void. Right? You dirty bastards are practicing law over at DMV, and I'm going to get your asses for that in court. Right? Man, oh man. Okay. 18 USC 1659 U.S. Code and anointed Title 18 Crimes and Criminal Procedures. 1659. Attack to plunder vessel. Whoever, upon the high seas or other waters within admiralty and maritime jurisdiction of the United States, by surprise or open force, maliciously attacks or sets upon any vessel belonging to another with an intent to unlawfully to plunder the same or to despoil any owner thereof of monies, goods, or merchandise laden upon board thereof, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for not more than 10 years or both. Huh. Wow, that sounds like any time they pull you over and want money. You have just enough money, Alex Dutton, in this wallet to get bonded out. Huh. No crime, no victim. Violate a statute. Driving without a license. A non-arrestable offense. 2.5 hours in handcuffs. Hand turned blue. FOIA requested that. They're never going to give it to me. They want me to pay $100 to get mutilated records. You're so ridiculous. And that's why I'm mad. And that's why I went in there and told that criminal cartel that they're working for. Every one of those employees are working for a criminal cartel to destroy the lives of people. No, we control the records. Screw you guys. Oh, but we, the people, are supreme. Huh? Right? No, we're talking about fictitious straw men and fraud. Right? Fraud destroys everything it touches. I'm not all cap name Bryce Cantrell. Nobody is. It's fraud. The license contract is fraud. It's null and void. Everybody's. Right? If that license contract, if you want to say that it's perfectly normal and good to have that license contract, right, then the state should pay everybody for their driving around. Because, right, be a paid employee of the state to operate your motor vehicle up and down the roads, because they converted a right into a privilege and charge a fee for it. If they're going to charge a fee for it, then we're paid employees of the state, and they need to start paying every single one of these licensed drivers, because they're operating commercially, to have a license. Right? You see how you can twist the laws around to use them against them? Right? Everybody needs to write a letter to the state and say, I want $10,000 for last year for using my driver's license that I paid so much money for. The state needs to pay me 50 cents for every mile I've driven. Right? You could write that contract right out and mail that to the state. Secretary of State, Shana Bellows, please remit this amount. This is a true bill. Right? If you want to hold my straw man in contempt of court and drown him in the waters of court and not produce a death certificate on a fictitious, fraudulent use of maritime admiralty law, then you need to start paying us. Huh? You think things would change if everybody did that? Oh, yes, it would. Right? We all need to protest at the town office. We're going to have to organize a protest as soon as we can. Uh-oh, I got a visitor. What's up?
Hey, Bryce. So, what happened over at the manager's office?
What happened over there?
Yeah.
Oh, the town clerk sent me, said that they want $100 to give me 3 pieces of paper with a couple guys' names on it.
Okay. Seems like that was an accident. Seems like that was from like 2023, and she just ended up like forwarding something.
So it was an accident that she remitted that? We the people are supreme. I have every right to write a FOIA request anywhere I want. Okay. They can't tell me these are public buildings. I can go in their recording and I can say whatever I want. Okay. Right? You guys have been lying to me for 6 years. I had enough of it. Okay. You know, if you guys would come off with good public records, with an authentic timestamp, and rub it in my face and say, look, you are lying, Mr. Cantrell. But that ain't what happens, is it?
Okay, so
go ahead.
The other reason that I came over here was because somebody else who was not involved and who wasn't in that office could hear you yelling at the staff. All right?
Oh, so it's disorderly conduct and you want to write me a ticket?
You get a warning for disorderly conduct.
A warning?
You know what?
Okay. So, this is how I talk. I'm loud.
Okay. But the point is, you shouldn't be yelling so loud that other people in other offices are worried about the staff in those offices. Okay?
Creating like a terrorist situation. I mean,
all right.
Right.
They don't know what's going on in there.
Right.
So you're gonna get a warning for disorderly conduct. You're not getting charged with it.
Okay.
Or anything like that.
I understand.
If you go back over there and you want to go yell at staff again, then you could be charged or arrested. Okay?
Right.
But for now, it's just a warning. You understand that?
Yeah, I do. Right. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Null and void. Disorderly conduct. I was at Asa Hodgson. I didn't put the camera to him. And obviously, Todd Ridland is not going to call me back with any kind of an appointment. Am I good? Oh, criminal cartel. Guess they don't like that wording, huh? Don't like being called what they are to their face. Oh, so that sending me something from 2023 was an accident. They didn't mean to say that to me. Huh. Damn right it's an accident. You guys all know why it was a disorderly conduct warning, because disorderly conduct is null and void. You can't tell me to shut up. You can tell me to keep my voice down. Disturbing the peace, breach of peace. Couldn't help it, I was mad. Mad people don't care.